Hey, hello friends. Pastor Coates, and I welcome you back once again today to Money Talk. Right now we're in our series. We're calling it 31 Facts about the Law of the Seed. We've been in this a while, and now we're up to number 12. So here's fact number 12. Now this one's a little bit longer than some of them. This one's actually two facts put together, but listen to this. If you keep your seed, it will never become any more. However, if you sow your seed, it will never become any less. If you keep your seed, it'll never increase. But if you sow your seed, it will always increase and it will never be less. The key verse for this is John 12:24. We're finally out of 1 Corinthians, but John 12:24 says this, "Truly, truly, I say to you, unless a grain of wheat falls to the earth and dies, it remains alone. But if it dies, it bears much fruit." We've studied this before. This verse actually outlines the process called sowing. In order for sowing to be complete, there has to be falling, the seed has to be separated, the seed has to die. But sowing in its entirety is the essential act that creates increase. If I sow my seed, it will always be greater. Now, if I keep my seed, it'll never be greater. We're all walking dispensers of seed. We've got seed in us beyond just financial seed. We've got all kinds of seed. A friend of mine always carries around one of those little garden packets of seed. Now, I don't have one here, but if I did, and we opened it up, we could see that seed is very tiny. It's very small. There's not much in that envelope, and there's not much I could do with that seed. It's of very little value. I suppose I could eat it. There might be a small bit of nutritional value in it, but it really is very tiny and it will never get any greater as long as it's in that envelope. However, if I sow my seed, it will never ever become any less. That seed will certainly not decrease, but in fact, the law of seed time and harvest obligates that seed to increase. Not only will it not become less, but it will always become more. Here's what Jesus said. This is in Matthew 13:8. "Other seed fell on good soil, and it produced grain, some 100-fold, some 30-fold, some 60-fold. The seed that is sown always increases. God has ordained the law of the seed, obligating that seed to increase. So listen to this. The seed that I do not sow will never get any bigger, but the seed that I do sow will never become any less. In fact, it will increase, some 30, some 60, even some 100-fold. Maybe on some other lesson I could talk about the 100-fold increase. That would be another message for another day, but let me just wrap this up. Whatever seed I have in my life, love, mentorship, encouragement, instruction, even financial, any seed that I keep will never get any bigger. That's all I'll have, and it'll just always stay the same. But the seed that I sow will never get any smaller. In fact, the law of the seed obligates that seed to multiply. It will increase, some 30, some 60, some 100-fold. So God bless you today as we continue to learn about the law of the seed. Whatever seed I keep always stays the same. Whatever seed I sow always increases.